the race here in Kentucky, where Jolles has been breaking down all of the numbers coming in through our new mapping system that we have. Ward, tell us about what you're seeing, the trends.
Yeah, John Myra, you were right on the money when you said we're seeing kind of a repeat of what we saw 4 years ago as far as all 6 of these races we are tracking have been going. So NBC News, they're calling the race right now for Andy Beshear. What we're looking at right now, these are the numbers from the AP. As of right now, the Associated Press has not called this race yet, but of course we're an NBC affiliate. We've called this race for Andy Beshear. I do want to talk a little bit about what we've been mentioning all night, where Andy Beshear was able to build some of this support that he needed to come out on top tonight. So just looking at the state as a whole, right now, Andy Beshear up by about 50,000 votes or so, right? 73% is reporting, so obviously a really huge chunk there. If we look back at 2019, he only won the race statewide by 5,000. So the question immediately is where is he making up some of the support? How did he end up from 0.5% to sitting right around 5 points with 3/4 of the vote in, right? So let's talk about that. I talked a little bit earlier about the suburbs. You hear a lot in close races in any state, really. What are the suburbs saying? They're that edge between the rural areas and the urban areas, right? That a lot of times can tell you what's happening in a race. We were keeping an eye on these 5 specific counties up here, the Cincinnati suburbs, Kenton and Campbell, around Fayette County, Scott and Madison County. Those are the Lexington suburbs. And then we've also been kind of keeping an eye on the Louisville suburbs as well, and one county down here, Warren County, where Bowling Green is, right? So these are what we would call our 5 key counties in this race, because historically they have predicted the winner of the governor's race in Kentucky over the past few decades, really. If these 5 counties go towards one candidate, historically that candidate has gone on to win the race as a whole. And as we're looking right now with these live vote totals, with 72% in, Andy Beshear carrying all 5 of those counties. Before I throw it back to you guys, I want to show you one more thing, and that is what the distribution looks like. This is a heat map of where the votes came in 2019 for the governor's race. The more red the map is, the more Republican. The more blue, the more Democrat. If we compare that this year, you see a little bit more blue filling in all around here, maybe some over here in the Warren County area, over here in McCracken, in the Paducah, Mayfield area. Andy Beshear was able to build some support there that he didn't have in 2019, and as we can see, if you're looking at these totals as a whole with 75% in, that made all the difference in this race. I'll send it back to you guys.
That's very interesting.